Our first speaker for the end user session is Sanjay Mantri, Vice President, IT Transformation Project, Strides Arcolab. He successfully implemented the first ever manufacturing execution system layer for a pharmaceutical industry and created and executed the roadmap to roll out MES systems to other sites, including greenfield projects. Prior work experience in the pharma sector includes Dr. Reddy's and Jubilant Organosis. Sanjay holds a postgraduate degree from IIM Calcutta. Sanjay, the stage is all yours.
It's a time to sleep now after such a heavy lunch. But no, there is an announcement made to me that nobody can sleep here. So it's my time. I'll take 25 minutes, maybe lesser than that. I'm working at the moment with Strides Arcolab. This is a company which is growing so immensely. Few years back, it was not even 1,000 crore. Now this is around $1 billion. It's a company which is basically with a niche category of biopharmaceutical, soft gelatins, and also some of the products which are sold like anything. So they're in the spree of actually this investment. They've done this investment for their injectable facility, and now they are in the acquiring spree. Just few months back, they acquired Shashun Pharma. So we are with Shashun now. And few weeks back, they acquired the Aspen division of Australia, that is Aspen. That is Arrow Pharmaceutical. Total Arrow Pharmaceutical, 44 molecules, is a part of Strides Arcolab now. So what I'm going to talk about is the challenges in pharma industry, where we started from, what is that which is going to add a value from, and how this is to be taken up. If you talk about the challenges of pharma industry, I'll tell you one by one what are the challenges. It starts with basically, if you see the team members, the quality assurance team is much bigger than most of the times from the production units or production people. Why this is so? Because there are many compliance issues. There are many issues which have to be monitored, which have to be policed, which has to be seen. The main aim is to see that we have the proper product, we have the product which have a good quality. So for that, the team is there. Generally, they have a 4I concept. What does 4I concept mean? So there is the operator and there is a supervisor. So 4 I's, they are looking at the quality aspect of it. So that is adding a lot of manpower. Coming back to inventory, because of the things which are manual dependent, because of the things which are human dependent. So we are only thinking about getting the things from people, from machines not on the real-time basis. Then we are not releasing the products. So that is adding the inventory part of into the system. Tracking of all the statuses of batches, tracking of all the statuses of equipments, products, and all that, also a manual thing. Many cases it is observed that the batch records is something which is a key element. If it is not found, we are disposing the batches. Many pharma industry might have gone through these phases. So this is something a major concern. So what I'm going to talk about here is all the concerns, all the challenges, internal challenges, external challenges, and what is that which is going to add a value by deriving some automation solution out of it. Now what happens by this all, because there are challenges, a lot of functions are investing in automations and IT, and that is something adding a huge cost on company. Yeah, if you see this slide, I've taken these numbers from some of the website, which talks about stock turns. What we seen here is the comparison between the pharmaceutical industry versus the winning pharmaceutical industry and versus the world-class manufacturing industry. You see how the pharma is basically working at the moment. RFT, right first time, CPK, OE is much, much lesser than the major pharma or winning pharma industries or other manufacturing industries. So what does it basically talks about? It talks about that we need to work on right first time, we need to work on OE, we need to work on stock turns and cycle time. But nevertheless, we need not to miss about the compliance part of it. So compliance is anyway there. We need to have a compliance part is there. But apart from that compliance, since we have to make a product, all the parameters to be worked on. So what I'm trying to where I'm going now, the challenges of the industries. Apart from that, what are the challenges? Competition is there. We have a lot of competition. You know, generic industry, how this is growing up. There are a lot of patents getting expired. Expired and all that. There is a thing which is working on the cost also, because of a lot of companies are in the market flow now, and they need to see that what is the cost they can sell at. Then time to market is something which is very bigger, because it takes a lot of time to make R&D to make a product for a customer and all that. So all this leads to a lot of issues, and then if you are losing on this, you're gone. Coming back to internal challenges, we have challenges on quality issues, we have challenges on manufacturing workflow is something which is, it's all workflows at the moment or manual. Everybody in a pharma industry, if you see, even approving a batch record is a manual workflow, approving an equipment is a manual workflow. So we are totally depending on the human being, and there are mistakes which are bound to happen. We've seen many cases of pharma industry in the last 2-3 years, what happened to pharma because of stringent laws of regulators. So which is all adding to, efficiency issues and capacity issues and all errors. Small errors about calculations from operator is leading to a lot of issues of throwing the batches or disposing the batches and all that. Deviation process, it's a complete manual process. We generate a deviation. This is a manual generated deviation. Then we have to see where is the deviation at the moment. We have to see where it's approved or not. Then only we can sell the product in the market. So it's all human dependent. And all this document requires a lot of space. I've seen many pharma industries having this space made only for keeping the document. It may be for 7 years and 10 years and all that. So what is that which basically deriving at? What is that we have to work on that? So all these issues which are basically there in the pharma industry are making us, which is imperative now to make the automation solution for. And what does it mean? It means that we need to go for automation. We need to go for automation. There are many ways we are going to take it further now. So what is the aim? What is the objective? To make paperless environment, to see that all end-to-end is paperless, to see that we are at first time right, which I have shown in this second slide, to see that we eliminate most of the times doer checker policy. System checks it, what is the system is doing. It is ensuring that system is having the compliance part of it. Only someone at the supervisor level is checking what is done. Coming back to equipment calibrations, cleaning, all the workflows which are there for calibration of equipments, all cleaning of equipments and calibration of weighing balances and all that, it is all to be done through systems. So we are ready for a real-time basis. We know where exactly what is happening at the moment. I'll tell you the example of BMR approval process. You know all pharma industry, how difficult it is. So there are many processes. There are people who are making the BMR and then it goes for a routine workflow. So seen many cases where the people are wondering where is the BMR at the moment for approval. So they cannot take a batch until the BMR is approved. So if it is done through the system, that is the objective which we are trying to attain. Then entire facility is barcoded. You talk about equipment, you talk about balances, you talk about seals, you talk about the punches and dies, everything is barcoded. We know the status of all equipments, all sub-equipments and all that. Ultimate aim is to make a plant with audit readiness anytime. You know what is happening nowadays in India. They set up an office, a lot of people are coming in, knocking the door at 8 o'clock in the morning and then entering the office or entering the plant. So this is something we need to avoid it. But we need to see that how to make ready for that, and automation is going to make that for you. Now coming back to, now to do this, there are many solutions available in the market, and ISA 95 guides it. ISA 95 says that what are the solutions we can work on. This is a slide which we are talking about. It's on the ERPs, there is a layer on the top, level 4. Level 3, we have a lot of solutions like LIMS, we have solutions like WMS, warehouse management, MES, quality management, and all that stuff. And below, we have equipments, we have balances, we have IPQ systems and all. So this is something which can be done for a greenfield. So what I was trying to say is that there are two processes, two ways of doing it. The first is the facility which is greenfield facility, we can implement straight away with this. But the second is where the greenfield is not, it's a brownfield. So we have challenge there. But there are, both the things are having pros and cons. I would actually my personal experience says that we should go for this solution in a greenfield first. Because even though there is a delay happening from product, because there is a pressure for making the product first rather than making the IT solution. But once this is done, once the pressure is made on this, we are much ahead than other people. We can be in the market so fast. Now, what is that I was talking about? So the first approach is what I said. A lot of people are what they're doing to see that this problem which are there, they're implementing various kinds of solutions which are there now. They will go for a calibration management, somebody will go for a PLC upgradation system, somebody will go for LIMS, DMS, OE. A lot of people, a lot of partners are selling the products in the market. But it depends how you're going to take it. Yeah, many companies have to go with that small things initially as islands of systems. But once it is done, ultimately what is the aim? We need to have a bigger picture. We need to go there where we want to go with a complete paperless environment. So there are two ways. One is this, another is the which way I am going to take it further. Now, to what I said is in this slide, so all these solutions which are there, which are islands of solutions, everybody talks about, every function expert comes in that he wants to solve this problem. His department problem is this, he will have to have this solution in. So they take the solution, they implement the solution, but the problem is now by implementing this solution, ultimately they have a lot of problems. The problems of, these solutions are legacy-based systems. There is a problem with connecting all the solutions to each other. The compliance issues are there. Then the more problem is basically a dependability on the vendor. So if somebody is given a solution to us, we have to depend on him. And then finally connecting. So if you want to connect this, it's a difficult proposition altogether. Now what I'm trying to say that we also did this like that arrangement. Whatever actually is coming up here is we are trying to focusing the core as a manufacturing. MES is a layer which is there. But around that layer, Galaxy, what I'm talking about Galaxy, I hope this is basically is trying to go to a jugaad technology. I don't take it my word like a jugaad, but to connect all these solutions, we need to have a lot of things in process. We need to have a lot of challenges. We need to face a lot of challenges. But this is also one of the things which we can do, which we can do that. So we have equipment management. So we have equipment integrations from the bottom. We have a lot of legacy equipments which are there in the site. We have a quality management system. We have warehouse management system. We have product designing system, like PLM and all that. And one of the best thing which is every company is going for one other solution like that to make that they are compliant in their areas. But people are doing about integrating this to make a Galaxy, which I said about the challenges of that Galaxy also. Now what we are talking about now here, as a strides, we taken a lot of discussions around. We also have a lot of solutions. But what the approach our CEO and our CIOs brought into it, they wanted a solution from designing to delivery, total paperless. I mean paperless means paperless. Every part of it means I've seen other companies, they talk about paperless, but it is not paperless. But here we are talking about making it paperless for each and every activity. Equipments like CUs, equipment like the bags, ABD bags, all paperless. What is the status of that? Paperless. So we are trying to get everything paperless. All our records which are flowing between the departments, all paperless. In fact, we also went to the stage where we also want to have an indenting process paperless. For example, the QC solution required for a manufacturing. So why not to make it paperless? Why the paper is required for that? So a lot of thought process given by all our top people. And we are trying to see that this is implemented in this particular business proposition. So what I'm going to talk about this solution is, this is a solution which we are making it at the moment. It's a business transformation. It's a complete paradigm shift from whatever people are doing at the moment. I'll tell you frankly from my experience, this is something which I never seen. This is something which very few pharma companies in the world are doing in this. And we have almost reached there. I'm thankful to many people here who are in our audience, which are my friends are there who are working with me. I have a lot of vendors or partners who are working with me. I'm thankful to them. They made it to happen. We are on the phase of implementing it in a short time. So what I'm going to talk about is PLM, lifecycle management from R&D to inception. In fact, from inception, from molecule inception, to make the R&D of it, to make the e-lab notebook part of it, to make the BMR, the R&D BMR, pilot BMR part of it, and then transferring it to the commercial BMR. So it's all integrated. SAP is taking as a backbone, PLM is there. We have plan research, which is going to make the planning part of it. We are also having a learning management system, which we are going to integrate so that all the operators which are there, or supervisor, need to ensure that they are trained, then only they are allowed to work on the solution. So all small things which are making big for a compliance point of view, we are adding into this solution. On LIMS part, we are taking all our QC things in LIMS and making the solution to integrate tightly. On below, which is level 0, 1, 2 part, disease and all that, we are also acquiring a lot of data from the aim is to acquire all kinds of data from all machines, all equipments, and something there is a challenge on, and we are working with all our partners there. All equipments which are there, old equipments are there, we are modifying the equipments, we are modifying the PLCs also to see that data is captured. The aim is to see that all data is coming in the system without any issues. So we made a lot of efforts, we are almost there now. We've done the POCs of that, and then we are almost there. So this is the solution we are talking about. Just wait for a few months and we'll be there. And this is going to be a paradigm shift. This is going to make a pharma industry much ahead in terms of compliance, in terms of automation. Now, to do it, it's not an easy thing. Means there has to be someone behind. There has to be some source, and the source is our CEO. He said, "What do you want?" Once he got to know that this is a solution which is going to work it, which is going to take it further, he said, "We need to do it. Whatever difficulties we have, let me know." He is personally working on this. He is personally monitoring it on a weekly basis. He has given the monetary part of it. He also ensured that the people also he made a separate team, which is nobody had done in India. I'm sure. I worked in earlier companies. I used to do other jobs automation, also MES part of it. But in this case, we are only focusing on MES and other IT transformation things. Unbelievable. So what I'm talking about, the first is management buy-in. He is a management. He is a person. He is a resource. He is pushing us ahead. So we already done there. We already gone there. Coming back to the part of the re-engineering of processes, which I said to you that we are struggling. But since there is a support from management, we are almost there. We are almost getting all the parameters from the machines. We almost modified all the machines to a level where we can catch a value from. This is the opportunity to make standards. We take this opportunity. While implementing, we are also implementing the standards in IT as well as processes. This is a bigger opportunity. I would request all pharma people, they should take this as an opportunity. They should implement global standards. Globally, when we see, they are much ahead. When you talk to someone that different kinds of label status-wise, and now when you're going to see that one label with a status change in the background, it's a paradigm shift. So a lot of changes we are going to do it now. Coming back to upgrading of existing systems, which I already said to you. One more thing which is very critical here. Vendors, vendors are our partners. They are working with hand in hand. They are working with shoulder to shoulder. They are the people. There are many people sitting here. They made it to reach here. There is no shortage of talent in India. Automation is a very big talent in India. Believe me. You need to only choose a proper talent for a proper job. That is something which you achieved. On change management, you have to actually talk to all the people at the user end. You have to talk to all the users. You have to see that they are also with you. They should not feel bad about it. They should not see that there is a change. The present way of working is all flexibility is there. In the future, all data is going to come from systems. They don't have any choice of altering and all that. Though they are not doing it, but it's a very big change from them. So we are having a lot of communication session with them. Every week we are talking to them. Every week we are presenting them what we are doing and what are the challenges, and they are also suggesting what to be taken for the solutions and all that. So it's a hand in hand. Selecting a proper team. I learn from my experience that people are there, but you have to select a proper team. You have to ensure that they are actually used properly. They are they are nurtured properly, they are basically, their potential to be used properly. So this is something which we have done here. On integrating with manufacturing other solutions, we are there. What is that which is taking it further? By all this, our aim is to make a world-class facility. We need to achieve that. We need to show to the world that we are also there. And we are actually much, much ahead in that era. Let me be very frank with you. And that is my end of the slide now. I'm thanking to ARC for giving this opportunity to me, to my team members. I'm thanking to my team members, Fenwick, Prakash, Vivek. My boss could not come. He was supposed to present this. He asked me in the night that you have to go and present it. Sorry if something is bad, sorry, but you can contact me anytime and see that we can help to you. We can give the help to you. Thank you very much.